Hey, I'm Caleb Perkins, and I make videos and put them on the internet, though I don't think anybody's going to watch them. There might be one, there might be two, maybe even three, and they might make it to about the 2 minute mark. But have you ever wondered who's really calling the shots? You ever wondered who's in control? You know, I keep getting on YouTube and seeing all these videos. Illuminati exposed! Oh, they're exposing the Illuminati! What if I were to tell you that the Illuminati has always been open about their existence? If they didn't want you to know, you wouldn't know it. And yet, you just look all over the internet and it's just like, whoa. All these people telling you about the Illuminati. They have been... Okay, you want me to prove it? I'll prove it to you. We had the 59-second mark. So you go and you watch a bunch of pop artists. You know, like Jay-Z and Drake and whoever. They're all doing this number. Oh, look at her. What are they representing? Who owns them? You go watch that Doja Cat video. She's sitting naked in a tub. And she's looking at the camera going, "We are the foes." Who are the foes? And then up out of the water comes a giant demonic arm. It shows the back of her head, and there's an eye on the back of her head. Right where the eye is, that demonic hand grabs, and her eyes roll back into her head. We are the foes. Who are they talking about? And people are like, oh, Satanism exposed. Oh, Illuminati exposed. Let me show you something. I'm going to show you a trick, right? It's not new. They own this country. They own this country. Well, how do I know that? Caleb, how do you know they own this country? Well, here, I got a dollar bill. Everybody's seen it. You don't see them as much anymore. Yeah, flip this sucker on here, alright? So you got that. It's not a very good image, but it represents, eagle, American flag, represents the United States of America. Amen? But what's over here? What's over here? It's not a very good image, but you can see you got this pyramid with the eye at the top. Now, I've heard people say, oh, that's the eye of providence that, of God. Nope. That is not what that is. It has nothing to do with the Most High. That's Illuminati. And when did this start happening? When did they start printing this all-seeing eye, the Great Seal, as they would call it, on the U.S. dollar? When did that start happening? When they made the Federal Reserve. What? The Federal Reserve? You mean that part of our government? No, son. It's not a part of your government. It's a central bank that isn't owned by the federal government, but by some entity that no one seems to know who it is. How crazy is that? Oh, that does sound crazy. Well, let me tell you how it got made, because it's even crazier. Legend goes, but you can actually go and figure it out for yourself. It may not be a legend at all. It might just be some leaked out information that someone, came across at a point in time. I think there's a lot of books about it nowadays. When I was a kid, there weren't so many. There's this island called Jekyll Island, owned by J.P. Morgan. J.P. Morgan, the people at the time were kind of frustrated because they could see that their whole country, this country that's supposed to be free, is being ran by a bunch of rich financiers, and they called the lot of them the Money Trust. And so at the time, Woodrow Wilson's trying to become president, and he gets this request, right? But before I get to the request, J.P. Morgan invites a bunch of other rich financiers out to this island called Jekyll Island. They get out there. Ate a bunch of Mexican. not Mexicans, but a lot of Mexican. And they write up the plan for a central banking system of the United States of America called the Federal Reserve. The Money Trust writes up a plan for the Federal Reserve. And so they go to Woodrow Wilson. They go, hey, if you will get this into office, we'll take all of our resources and we'll put them behind you and help you become president. And Woodrow Wilson's like, yeah, okay, yeah, heck yeah, I'm going to do it. It's like being nowadays and everybody throwing all this money into these super PACs, all these governments and all these corporations throwing all that money into super PACs to help presidents out or candidates who are trying to become president out. But at that time, it's like, whoa, I've got the money trust behind me. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be president. So, yeah, he did it. And they market it to the people. Now, the funny thing about marketing is people go, oh, it don't work on me. Oh, that marketing don't work on me. I see marketing all the time. Don't work on me. Son, they broke you down. They got your psychology down to a science, and they know how to get you. It works on you like it works on anybody else. All right? It definitely worked on them because they marketed the central banking system to the people. Free yourself from the money trust. Help us get the Federal Reserve into power. A vote for Woodrow Wilson will free you from the money trust. And the people who want to be free from the money trust hear that and go, yeah, yes, finally. Someone who's going to stand up to the money trust and stand up for the little man. Yeah, we're going to vote for him. Not knowing that they literally voted the money trust right into power. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? That's going on today. At a mass scale. On a scale you couldn't possibly believe. You're looking at it right now watching my video. I mean, I'm not. I promise you I ain't no CIA agent. Look at my room. Look at my life. I'm broke. Look at my beard. Yeah, no, dog. They ain't hiring me. If I got popular enough, they might approach me, but that ain't happening. And I'm not selling out. So, here's the deal. Your favorite musicians, maybe even your favorite authors, your favorite podcasters. Oh, no, not Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan wouldn't sell out. No. Nah, Joe Rogan. He's just got one of the biggest platforms ever, you know. CIA would definitely never approach him and go, hey, we see you got this really big platform. You know, it might be profitable for you, you know, to, you know, let us use that platform to disseminate the information that we want you to disseminate. We might even set you up with a couple of interviews that we would like you to allow people to talk about their thoughts and beliefs and ideas on there. Maybe. I don't know. I could be wrong. I do like Joe Rogan. He's pretty funny. Maybe I'm just crazy. It's possible. But the YouTube, you don't think the algorithm is geared towards feeding you information that it wants you to see? You don't think... You think that Google is taking all that information about you, every Google you Google, all the different types of porn you watch, and filing it away for a reason? Just keep it. It's just there. Oh no, we'll sell to advertising agencies. That's it. That's all. You don't think the NSA that launched the Patriot Act after 9/11, which I was alive for that, the greatest and largest spy program of all time that it virtually eliminated everybody's privacy to the point where, I got this awesome phone. You know, it's just so entertaining. It's just so awesome. I can put on any song I want. If I got a question, I don't even have to think about it. I just flick it and type in some things, and it just tells me the answer. I don't even need to learn it for myself. It's just going to give me the answers. How cool is that? Oh, and I think it listens to me a lot because I'll be talking about something around it, and then I'll get on there, and all of a sudden there's advertisements for it or a video about the very thing I was just talking about. It's like it reads my mind. Think about it. They're watching. They're listening. And where's it all going? What are they preparing for? Oh, man. It's crazy. It's like there's this book that was written thousands of years ago. Actually, it's not written thousands of years ago, but compiled maybe, I don't know, 400 BC, or BC, 80, that kind of predicted all of it. I couldn't tell you. Couldn't prove it to you. And you don't got to believe it. I'm not here to convert you. I'm just here to tell you what I've found to be the truth. And yeah, I know I seem a little nutty. May have done a few too mushrooms in my lifetime, but I want you to think about Nazi Germany. And this is where I'm going to leave us. All right? Think about Nazi Germany. When I was a kid, I always heard people go, how'd that happen? How did people do that? I don't understand. All right. What if I were telling you you're doing it today? You're doing it. Oh. You're doing the same thing today. Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. We're doing the same thing today. How do I know that? Okay. Now, one of the big things that has happened in just recently is you got Israel going into Gaza. And all of a sudden, all these young people, oh, it's genocide. Now, I'm going to be honest, when the Nazis started killing off the Jews, I don't remember the Jews having built tunnels under their cities and hiding machine guns and teddy bears and building, military operations inside of hospitals and schools. I don't remember that. I just remember people in stylish, evil uniforms showing up and rounding them up and throwing them on a train and taking them to camps and pushing them into gas chambers by the thousands. I don't remember the Jews ever dressing like normal people and concealing weapons and walking with innocent people that are just bystanders, and then attacking from that position so that when the Nazis shot back, they could go, see, look how bad they are. They killed like 4 other people. All right, you may not believe that, but I find it very telling. I know everybody thinks Israel's evil. They're so evil. Ah, so evil. They're so evil, right? I'll say this, they're like any other government. But I find it very telling that all these people protesting. But when Jeff Epstein came out and they exposed that giant pedophile network that's all across this planet, that all these rich people are taking part in, that Bill Gates had been on that island and he's still running around giving $250,000 speeches about peace, $250,000 speeches about child's rights, being on an island with a prolific pedophile, and this guy's doing that, and he's still a free man. Bill Gates, all these people still free. Been on that island. What were they doing? Probably making sandcastles. That's probably what it was. They showed up on that island, made some sandcastles. They're like, yeah, this is a great island, Jeff. And when he brought up the kid thing, he's like, oh, we're not really into that, Jeff. Not really into that. We didn't come here for that. We just, wanted to make some sandcastles. I find it very telling. All these people took to the streets over Gaza. But that pedophile network got exposed. Nobody batted an eye. I saw some memes. That's about it. I didn't see anybody in the streets. Nobody stormed the Capitol building. They'll do it for the orange guy. But when it comes to these children that are being sexually assaulted and abused by powerful people, nah, dog. Big deal. Happens all the time. It's like people get shot in this country. If the body count ain't above 50, you ain't even gonna hear about it. Ain't even gonna hear about it. If God wasn't real, I would have no hope. Now listen, I've said all that. God bless you. I can't believe you watched this, if you did watch this. And stay saved, because it's getting close. It's getting close. How do I know that? How do I know it? Revelations 1:3. Blessed is he who readeth, and they that hear the words that are written in this prophecy, and keep the things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. And you could go, oh, they've been trying to predict that for years. 2 Peter 3:3-4. Peter said, "In the last days will come scoffers, walking after their own lusts, and they will say, where is the promise of this coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, things have continued on as from the beginning of creation." But he goes on to warn in verse 8, "Beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing. For a day to the Lord is as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as a day." So when he says soon or at hand, no, to him it is. And to us, the one thing Jesus told us to do, you better be ready. You better be ready. You better be making yourself holy for the one to come. Love you.